is going on? How y'all guys doing tonight? Facebook Live, also YouTube. Thank you so much for joining in tonight. I have a wonderful show, awesome show on tonight. So what I want to do first, actually, I got to introduce the show. So welcome to Let's Face It live show with your coach, Shakima S. Perry. So I'm super excited on tonight. Tonight is episode 14. Hold on, episode 14. And I'm going to bring up the title in just a moment. But as y'all guys come in, go ahead and share this live broadcast. I want other people to be blessed. It's going to be a great show tonight. I'm super duper excited about it. So go ahead and share this live broadcast while we're about to jump on in here. All right. So tonight's topic, so the season 2, episode 14, tonight's topic is carrying the vision of opening my first brick and mortar. All right. So I know you guys, some of you guys on here watch the replay like, what? Your brick and mortar? Yes, a physical store, which is super exciting. You know, that's something that I want to do one day. So this is it's going to be a major show. It's going to be some tips for myself and for you guys as well. So I'm super excited about it. So what I want to do is go over what is the purpose of the show? Why do I do Let's Face It? Why? You know, what's the reason? What's the purpose behind it? So the purpose behind this show is to help people. Okay. That's the whole point of this show, to help people, to give them strategies. So we bring up issues that we have from day to day. It could be any type of issues. It could be in business. It could be in your life, whatever. So we bring up issues that we go through from day to day, or something that we want to do, right? So we bring up issues that we have in certain, topics, or what can I say, like, we just bring up pretty much just issues that we bring resolutions for. So like, say, for example, you want to open up your business for the first time. So we tell you what the issues are about opening your business, and we tell you what can you do to resolve those issues. So either I give those tips and those nuggets, or I bring experts to actually bring those resolutions. So I'm super duper excited. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go into, let's see. I'm going to go into, I already went to the topic. Let me bring the topic back up. All right. So the topic, carrying the vision of opening my first brick and mortar. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go into like the issues of opening your first store. So what are the things that happen, right, before you opening your first store? So what are the issues that you face with opening up your first store? So one issue that you face is lack of planning. So you have to plan, right? Like I think it's a saying, say, if you don't plan, you plan to fail, or something like that. Plan to fail. Well, I'm not even saying it right, but you know, y'all know what I'm talking about, right? But anyway, like if you don't plan, you really plan to fail. That's pretty much what it is. So lack of planning. So like getting the details that you will need to prepare your store. So you don't have everything mapped out. So when you're doing something, I don't know how to open up a store, so I can't give you complete details, because I know my guests will give you those things. But the thing is, when you don't have everything lined up, right? So lack of planning can be an issue when it comes to open up your first store. Another thing that can be a hindrance to your first store is not choosing the right location, right? So you choose a location because it looks good. So it's not based on look good. It works on demographics, you know, who shops in that area, who lives over there. There's so many different aspects to that. So not choosing the right location can mess your store up. You can go out of business less than a year. So you have to choose the right location. But we're gonna have our guests, you know, she's gonna give it to us. So not choosing the right location, lack of finances. So meaning you don't have enough finances to open your store, not looking into your finances properly before opening. So that could be a hindrance, right? Another one is hard to find the right employees. So when you open your first store, you want to find people that you trust, right? People that you can depend on, because you know this is your store, this is your baby. You're birthing out your baby, so you can't find that right one. So that could be an issue when it comes to opening up your first store. Another issue, it could be a problem could be is low sales when starting out. So when you first come out, you advertise and you do your part, and people don't know who you are. So you may start out with low sales. So that can be a major issue because you like, I got to keep this store afloat, right? So that's what I got concerning the issue that that may come about when opening up a store. But it probably so many different issues. And when we talk to our special guest that's about to come up in just a moment, she's going to give us some things. She's going to give us some tidbits and some great nuggets on what she faced, right? So what we're going to do real quick, we're going to take a quick commercial break, okay? So when we get back, we're going to have our special guest, CEO Jessica Rogers, is going to talk to us about her carrying her vision of opening up her first brick and mortar. So I'm super excited. So what she's about to say. So hold on a bit. We'll be right back and watch this commercial. 1 second.
Is life stressing you out? Feeling depressed? Have you lost your hope and faith in your dreams? Well, I have something that will lift your spirit. Unlimited faith when you think your faith has run out. This book will increase your faith to a new level. Pre-order your copy today. Go to www.gleebargaincenters.com.
All right, so we are back at it. All right, so what I'm going to do, I'm about to bring my guest up. That's my guest, not yours. Don't be trying to steal her. No, I'm playing. Anyway, I'm about to bring my guest up, CEO Jessica Rogers. So if y'all guys are ready, type ready in the comments. I'm about to bring her up. So type ready, okay, if y'all guys are ready. Hold on 1 second. I'm about to bring her up. Hold on. Hey. How you doing, Jessica Rogers, CEO of major stores on the earth, okay?
All right now, yes. We'll take all of that.
Thank you so much for joining us tonight. Can you just tell a little bit about yourself for the audience?
I'm Jessica Rogers. I am the iconic CEO of Iconic 7. I'm a real person. Look, I'm not going to be fake on this thing. I said I was spilling the tea. I come to spill the tea. I come to tell you about carrying the vision. I have that whole commercial, they call it the elevator pitch. I have all of that together. But tonight I came to give your followers, Shakima, I came to give them the inside scoop, the real, not that polished story, but the real. So I hope they tune in. I hope they get their pen and pads together because sister got some notes.
Well, we appreciate you joining. Let me see. Somebody put something in the comment. All right, we got Mr. Rogers ready. ready. All right, so let's jump into it. We have questions for you. All right.
Okay.
So the first question is, when did you know you wanted to start a brick and mortar? When did you know you wanted to open a store?
Well, Shakima, that's a really, really long story. I think any entrepreneur, probably that bug, as they call it, the entrepreneurial bug, bit them a long, long time ago. And you can just kind of see it down the years. For myself personally, I got a prophetic word. I was at church and I got a prophetic word. I'm a worshiper. I'm a lover of Jesus Christ. So that you're going to find that throughout my story. And the prophet said that I was going to be a business owner. And I could look to the left and I could look to the right, and I would be able to employ everybody that I saw on the left and the right of me. And that was major for me because I was doing what I loved. I was teaching. I was a teacher first. I had been, at that point, I had been teaching for maybe like 5 or 6 years. And, I enjoyed that. And so to hear that I was going to leave that and go into some kind of business, blew my mind. And I was like, oh my goodness, is this the thing that has kind of always been chipping away at me? Like the thing that I've always wanted to step into, but never really knew how to get into it. I had, when I was in college, a good friend of mine, her name is Ebony. We had made a pact, like in 10 years, we're going to open up a store together. And we said that to one another. At our 10-year reunion, a college reunion, if we hadn't done this, then hadn't done whatever our careers were, we were going to open up a store together. Years later, another friend of mine, I'm like, hey, we should go into business and we should sell consignment. That entrepreneur spirit was always in me. That bug was always there, as they call it. So it was always there, and that's how I really felt the leading to start my brick and mortar business.
Gotcha. So pretty much like you already had it in you and you knew this was what you wanted, and that profit kind of gave you that confirmation, maybe that push to say, okay,
yeah, that and my husband, because I definitely, my husband has definitely been my backer. The Lord, my spiritual leaders, all of those people have been played very key roles in pushing me to this vision, getting me to this vision. Their teachings, my husband's encouragement, the Lord's leading, all of that has gotten me to this place.
Gotcha. Yeah, I know how that is, because I know someone prophesied to me regarding me being an author. And that was my pushing, like, Shakima, get it together. So, and that came into manifestation. That's amazing. So thank you for sharing. So the second question I have for you is, how did you transition from a full-time employee to a business owner of your own store? And what did you do to prepare for that?
Now, how long you said? I got 2-3 minutes of each. This would be like a 15-minute spiel, but let me the very short of it is, I was teaching, and while teaching, I taught math and science in high school, and they also had this business class that I also had to teach as an elective to my students. And we would get out every year. I would go through this thing where my students would make a business plan. They would set up a storefront in my classroom. And I remember teaching them, Shakima, and the Lord said, take note. I'm teaching them about branding. I'm teaching them about how to market. I'm teaching them all these things. And the Lord would tell me at the top of the classroom as I'm writing on the board, take note. And I'm like, I'm telling my students they can do the best, they can be the best, they can dream the largest. But I wasn't doing all of those things. I was very comfortable in teaching. I love teaching. It is absolutely my passion. But so is this. And I had done it. And that plus my husband saying, hey, I want you to go out and I really want you to try to do, whatever pleases your heart. He has such a big heart for me. And that was one of the things I really wanted to do it. It didn't come at a convenient time. That's key too. Because sometimes your leap of faith towards your business may not come at the time where it's most convenient. My husband and I had just moved into a new home about 2 years. And then now I'm supposed to start a business. Now, like, that's not convenient. We're going from, 2 salaries to 1 salary, because, when you first start that business, Shakima, you can't count on that salary. Not in the beginning. You cannot count on no salary in the beginning. Truly, even down the years, they say sometimes it takes 10 years before you really see profit in your business, like real gains. You're going to see profit along the way, but those real gains, sometimes you don't see that until 5, 6, 10 years down the road. So, this is really a leap of faith. And transitioning from a full-time employee, it's a mental thing too. It's not just, I'm going to be a business owner. No, you better prepare your mind for that, because it's a shift. It's a shift from taking orders to giving orders. But, the thing about it, it's a journey. God had been preparing me, even as a teacher, learning those ethics, those authority places in my life as a teacher. And now that as a business owner, I find so much of that I use as a teacher, right, very useful in my business.
Gotcha. So how was it like when you transitioned? Like, how did you prepare for that?
Well, the Habakkuk 2:2, write the vision and make it plain, write it upon table so those who can read it, they can run with it. And literally I was at my desk and I was teaching and I was drawing out the vision of what I wanted my storefront to look like. I was kind of determining in my mind what kind of clothes I prepared, I stockpiled, I put finances away, all of those things to really help me along the journey, help me and my husband, because I'm not just doing this on my own. I also have to be, in a sense, successful because I got someone else looking at me, which is my husband, like, okay, now how you gonna do it? So I'm writing the vision, I'm putting the goals down, I'm believing. I mean, I literally, Shakima, I drew a picture of my storefront of what I wanted it to look like. And when we first went out and we were looking at storefronts and all of these things, they would show us ones and be like, that don't quite look like the vision. They show us this one and I'm like, that don't quite look like the vision. And then one day when we were walking across the street from the store that we're at, that one of the stores we have today, I was like, oh, my husband and I both said, that's it, because it looked like the vision. Yeah. Writing the vision is so important, Shakima. That is the biggest thing you can do to prepare. You can have all the finances, but if you don't have a plan, if you don't have a vision set out, it could go to naught. You could have all the people in the world backing you, but if you don't have a clear, precise plan on how to get that thing done, it could fall to naught. And that could go for any facet in any life, just making sure that you're writing the vision.
Okay, thank you so much for that. Our audience is loving that because you got to write that vision, you got to plan it out, you got to write down every detail. What are you looking for? When it comes, I don't know if I mentioned that, like inventory. How much inventory you need for the store, the size of the store, there's so many different aspects.
Oh yeah. You
have to know before you start that big vision that you have. So that's good. Thank you so much. And then Natalie said, that's good. Thank you, Nat. So let me get into the next question here for you. So the next question I have for you, Miss CEO, is what were some challenges that you faced in the first year of being a store owner? I know the audience would like to know. I know some people that watch this video want to open a store. So what's some of the challenges that you faced?
Well, I think one of the very first challenges, I'm a doer. He said, can you get it done? I can get it done because I'm a doer. And so that's been my whole thing, my whole life. I can get it done. I can do it. And so when I looked at the vastness of the store in the beginning, I said, oh, I can do this and I can do this and I can do that and I can do that. And no, that is no, you cannot do everything as a business owner. I know that a lot of us are charged, especially if you're like brand new to entrepreneurship, you're a solopreneur, meaning you are solely doing all the work. You're wearing you're the graphics person, you're the social media person, you're the customer representative, you're all these things. And the truth of the matter is, at some point, you cannot be all those things and still be you successfully. Now, I'm also a wife, a sister, and a daughter. And I do things within my ministry, at my church's ministry as well. So I was cutting everything tight. I was here. The next thing I know, I'm short with this person. This thing is falling apart, and I had to step back and say, I need help. So that was one of the major challenges, was to say, I need help. I can't do it all by myself. And I thank God for my husband and my family that just kind of stepped in and said, okay, we're going to help you because you need help because you're about to fall all the way apart. So I had the vision, but even in my vision, there were things that were missing because I had never been a business owner before. You can research. Let me tell you this, Shakima, you can research, you can study, you can let other people mentor you, you can get all the advice in the world, but there are just some things that you're not going to know until you do it. And when you do it, you and the Lord are going to find out those things that you need help with. I say, if you want to test your faith, open up a business. You're gonna test your faith when you open up a brick and mortar business, because your faith is gonna be stretched, because you're gonna really get to see God. You're gonna get to know God. Mothers who have children say, "Oh, I had a whole prayer life based off of my child." Well, a business is very much like that. You have a whole nother level of prayer life
Right.
based off of opening your store, your business, and something and anything like that. Another area where I knew that I needed help. So I had to determine that I needed help, right? So that was the first step.
Identify. Hey, you need.
Yeah, identify the problem, right?
Right.
So I identified that I needed help. Now it was getting help. That's a whole nother show. But the very basics of that was hiring my first employee.
So
Okay.
I want you to get deep. As I told you, you got to be transparent tonight. What was that like?
Hiring my first employee was scary. It was very, very scary, because what it really is you are hiring someone to take care of your child. And I know a lot of times I don't have any of my own children, but I have seen, I've taught for a long time, and I've had, relationships with parents where the mothers are very almost sick to their stomach when they return to work, because somebody's eyes are on their child, and maybe they won't know how to respond to that cry, or what this cry means, or when she shakes her head or his head like this, what that means. And so really in business, that's what you're doing. You're you're letting someone watch over your child.
Okay.
And sometimes they're not as careful, or as mindful of your child as you would like. Hey, she's supposed to be fed every 2 hours. It's 2 hours and 5 minutes and you fed her, and it's very much like that in a business. So I was kind of like, hey, I just pop up, I was calling every 2 minutes, and I know my employee was like, ma'am, ma'am, am I working the shift, or are you working the shift?
All right.
But it took that, and then that employee transitioned to another, and so that was someone I trusted, and because my first hire was a trusted person, and then she transitioned, and then I got another person in, and I was like, cameras, we got to put the cameras up, because I don't know this person. Right. And it took a lot to say, hey, you're only going to expand if you expand your mind and open God, do your due diligence, do them background checks. Okay. Mm-hmm. Definitely do a background, run Social Security checks, but also do your due diligence. But you also have to know that you are protected. More than an ADT, more than a background check, I'm protected by God. And so as long as I do my part, God is going to do his part. And nobody can take what God has given me. And that was a lot of it too. Like, oh, they're going to see this and they're going to see that. And can they run? And, all of that stuff. And you have to just pull back and say, you know what? God got us. We're going to do our due diligence, right? We're not just leaving everything out around, but we're also going to make sure that, we put to the forefront of our mind that God has us.
Gotcha. Thank you so much for that. And let me see here.
Oh, and I want to add this last one, Shakim, before we go on. Learning how to turn it off.
Okay. What does that mean?
Okay. So when I first even started with Iconic 7, any and everywhere I went, I was selling. Okay, Shakim, I was on a date with my husband. Some were like, "Oh, I like your shirt. Oh, this is from Iconic 7. We're located at Stony Point Fashion Park in Stony Point Fashion Park Mall. And it is only $29.97 on a date with my husband." Sis, you got to learn to turn it off. Like, your business is important. You want to grow your business. You want to grow your brick and mortar. You want to grow all of those places, but you got to also learn how to turn it off, like how to, sell. And then when it's okay to do that, have that moment, and when it's not okay. And in the beginning, because I was just so inundated, I was just so very inundated about all the responsibilities of having a store and wanting it to be a success. Oh, Shakima, I got another one for this one. And wanting it to be a success, I did not want to let any moment pass. But you have to have confidence in who you are, your abilities, your capabilities, the God that you serve, and then let the rest be the rest. Now, this is the very last struggle I'll share with your viewers tonight.
Yeah.
I had to let my infancy be my infancy. And when I say that, I mean, when I stepped out there, and I say I, but it's my husband and I, when we stepped out there, everybody had, you gonna do this, you gonna do that, you gonna do this, it gotta be this way, it gotta be that way. And everybody was like, and you gotta blow up overnight. Can I be a baby first? Can I crawl? Then can I walk, and then can I run? No one, a lot of times, even married couples, any married couple can share with you that as soon as they get married, people are like, when the baby coming? We got married yesterday, so the baby's not coming today. Right. So so I say, let your infancy be your infancy. Grow your business at your pace. Don't compare. That comparative eye is so destructive. Don't have a comparative eye. Let your infancy grow at your pace. Let the Lord grow you, because anything that is grown overnight can have the ability, I'm not going to say everything, but can have the ability that it's not stable and can fall.
Gotcha. Thank you so much for all of those issues you addressed. You kind of gave solutions, but I'm going to ask you this question.
Okay.
So now going through all those challenges, because they were challenges, because you had to figure out, okay, I can't listen to everybody and their mama.
Mm-hmm.
You had to know when to turn it off.
Yeah.
Like, look, I'm on a date with my husband. I need to turn this off because my husband looking at me with the eye, like, yo, what's going on? Then
literally.
You had employee issue, trying to find the right employee. You was super scared about that. And I think it was something else. You did about 4 points. I think what was that first one? That first one was,
let me see. Let me go back. I need help.
Yeah, you needing help. So
yeah,
all of those challenges that you face, right? And open. So now going through these challenges, right? Opening up your second store. What did you learn, and how did you overcome it? So how did you learn through all these challenges? And now you're like, how many years? You're over 3 years, and you have 2 stores. Now, how did you overcome these challenges that you faced from the beginning?
Well, one thing when it came to needing help, just recognizing that I can't do it all. So I've hired a social media person, let me say, when they say good help is hard to find, they did not lie. Like, that's not a lie. That's the truth. Good help is hard to find. Shakima can tell you, because we're friends outside of here, where I've confided in her, like, I could just kill her, It's my employees that I had to fire some, and that was major. To let an employee go, that was major for me, because I'm like, I don't even know how to do that, and with research and my encouragement from my husband, we had to get her on out of there, and then hiring your team. I think I learned that your team is going to take time. A really good team don't happen overnight. And so that takes time. I learned that to turn it off, so now I know how to turn it off when sometimes I have to catch myself. My husband might be talking and I might be looking for things. I'm like, okay, yeah, oh, this will be cute. And, okay, close the phone. I'm not on dates anymore, y'all. Like, oh yeah, this shirt is only $49.97. You should get it. I think I got your, what size you wear? Let me get your phone number so I can call. I'm not there anymore. Also, I had to, when it comes to the infancy part, I had to really cut off the voice of everybody and listen to the voice of God, because he's the one who said I was going to have a business in the beginning. He's the one who has given me this opportunity. So I turned all those voices down and turned up his voice so I could have a more clear, precise future in my brick and mortar.
Okay, thank you so much. And Sherilyn says, focus on that dinner, sis. I love Shirley. I'm gonna get you on this show. I'm gonna get you on this show because you're gonna have our audience cracking up. I gotta get you.
She's hilarious.
So hilarious. So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a quick commercial break, and when we get back, Jessica will have some more great nuggets for you guys. So it's not over. So don't cry. I know y'all about to cry because you're like, no, let's face it, it's over. It's not over yet. All right. So check out this commercial. We'll be right back. Okay.
Trying to take the best selfies to promote your clothing brand? Looking for new ways to promote your products and services on social media? You see, people are always browsing the web, searching. How about you create professional commercials to drive traffic to your websites? You will blow your customers away with these incredible visuals of your products and services. Learn how to create these commercials, voiceovers, strategies on how to increase your sales, and more. Go to bit.ly/create commercials to register today.
All right, so we are back at it. Let me see. Someone has a comment. Charlotte said, "Come on, commercial."
It's a really good commercial too.
Thank you. Yes, I am actually teaching a class, but we're gonna get into that in just a minute because I still got something for CEO Jessica. But yes, I am teaching something on commercials. So let me ask you this other question I have for you. So, what would you say to a brand new person that wants to open their own store? What advice you would give them so they will be able to succeed?
Definitely all the things I said tonight. I would definitely say make sure you take time to really plan out, the vision for your brick and mortar store. A brick and mortar store is, I think, one of the hardest kind of storefronts to have. And I say that because, there's online stores and there are brick and mortar stores. Brick and mortar is going through a transitional time now too. So, if you're going to open a brick and mortar store, I say make sure you do your research. Location is important. Make sure you check out those demographics. Who is your customer? What do they look like? Where do they live? Where do they eat? You have to know all of that stuff on the back end to kind of really foster the right customer coming through your door. I would also say give yourself time. I'll share this. I'm gonna share this little story and then you'll catch it. But one time I was going to the gas station and I had to make a left to get into it. It was oncoming traffic, and there was like a little sliver of time for me to go across like a four-lane highway to get to the gas station. And I just waited this time because normally I would just jet across the street, take that little sliver, almost hear, they honking on the horns and stuff because you too tight, right? And I didn't do it this time. I just kind of sat at the wheel and just waited for the right timing. And I went across the street. And I remember the Holy Spirit said to me, it's not when you get there. It's just that you get there. And so when I say give yourself time, make sure it's the right timing for you. Is your faith where it needs to be? You need finances in the bank. You need your inventory. You need your marketing. You need your team, but you need faith. You need to have faith dollars. And I'm talking about currency, the currency of faith, and, stocked up, piled up in you, because when you open those doors, everything is coming for that faith that you have, that leap of faith that you've taken. Every customer that walks in your store and says, oh, this is nice, but this is not really my style. That comes up against your face like boom. Every time someone says, oh, I don't like that store, that comes up against your faith because you're out here on a leap of faith. So that's really important. I said, make sure you give yourself time. Make sure you built up in your word. Your faith is on an all-time high. Make sure that you build the vision. So like, even if you can't open your brick and mortar today, there are things that you can do. I'll say before we opened up our first store, I had mannequins in my garage. Where I saw a mannequin, I was like, oh, I'm gonna buy that mannequin. Or I saw this jewelry display, and I bought a jewelry display, and I had all these things just piled up so that when the vision came to its time, Shakima, I had all of these things ready. I had all these things like stockpiled or treasured away. So when the time came, I was ready. I had goods ready. So I think it's really important to make sure you have that you're building something, even if you can't open up the door today. If there nobody's giving you the keys today, that you still have something that you're putting away to the side. I would also say to people, you have to know what type of business person you are, and that, because you have to be true to yourself. So there are people there are two type of entrepreneurs for me, and there's the sell-alls, and there's nothing wrong with either one for me, and I call them the sell the dreams. And sell-alls are people who are really interested in making money. And so they will sell this and they'll sell that and they'll sell this and they'll sell that. And that's good because their passion lies in making money. And there's nothing wrong with that. But for me, I'm selling my dream. So my dream is that women look iconic, that that nobody has to, feel down. People can look at themselves and say, I don't have to look like anybody on television. I can look like me and I can feel iconic. And what I do is I try to give women that through the clothing that we offer at affordable prices. So I'm selling my dream and I'm passionate about it. Now, sometimes you have to know that your gift will make room for you. It may take a while as it's making room, but it will make room for you. And you have to stick to what your passion is. If you are a sell all, go and sell it all and do it all. And, whatever, is latest and trendy, do that, because that's going to bring you what you need. But for me, I'm selling my dream. So I have to stay authentic to my dream. And you have to decide what you're going to do ahead of time. You can't get in the process and say, okay, I'm a flip from flop, because once you start flipping and flopping, people don't know where to find you. You want to be very consistent and be where people can find you in your consistency.
All right, thank you. That was a mouthful. So I know the audience, that's good. The audience got what they needed, and how, you set up. I like the part when you talked about, start setting up things. Like you said, you had mannequins, you had certain things, like you was already preparing for your store before you opened it. So if you're opening a store, you can get racks that you can purchase, like, even if, because I know with me, I'm opening up a different type of retail. So you can have different racks that you put products and stuff on. You can start buying those things, getting prepared, getting your mind ready for what you're about to encounter. So that's really, really good. And
Shakima, I want to add that we had those mannequins, like my mannequins were years old, but God preserved them and they look good. But, it wasn't like, oh, I'm opening a store in 3 months, so I'm gathering all this stuff. Some of these things have been there for years.
Yeah, you had it for a long time. That's good to prepare, because you prepared for a long time, which is great. And Sherilyn said, come on, faith dollars.
Yeah, you gotta have those faith dollars. You can have your physical dollars, you can have your, your cryptocurrency, your dollars in the bank, however, but you better have those faith dollars too, that build up of faith, so that when things don't necessarily go your way, you can stay the course.
Gotcha. And it's so funny how you say that, because I had Elder Shavonda on my last, and she was saying faith currency. She was saying the same thing.
Really?
I just said the same thing. Y'all
that's kingdom right there.
Holy, yeah. Y'all in the vein. But so since you gave some great nuggets on tonight, I know the audience loved it. People commenting, people are joining. I see a lot of people jump in. What do you have that you can share with us about your store? What do you have to offer us?
Well, Shakima, for any person that is viewing the show tonight, there will be a 10% off code on www.iconic7.com for Shakima S. Perry viewers. They'll be able to go on and purchase anything off with 10% off. But additionally,
do you have a code or anything?
Yes, it will be on the website.
Okay, the code is on the website. So go to www.iconic7.com.
And there will be a code on the banner. Like when you go to a website, there's a banner. That code will be there, so that your viewers can enjoy 10% off. Really, Iconic 7, Shakima, is is all of that I said. It's just about making women feel like they're the icon of their life, not the idol, because God is God, but that you don't have to look outside of yourself for that glitz and that glam. You that. And so that's what we do at Iconic 7. We try to make every woman feel her absolute best.
Absolutely. And I'm actually wearing an Iconic 7 outfit today.
Oh, yes.
And I have the Iconic on. So like with Jessica's store, she has very unique pieces. Like it's pieces you probably never seen before. Or if you've seen it, is still different. And that's one thing I loved about her products and services that she actually came out with, because it was super unique. It's different. It makes you feel good when you put it on. I'm being honest, and I'm not trying to be funny. I'm not that because we're friends. I'm just saying that it does. It makes you feel good. I know that even some of my wardrobe changed because of Iconic 7. Okay, Iconic 7 changed my life. Okay,
all right now.
So go to www.iconic7.com to get your 10% off. It's on the website, because I was going to put the code, but it's on the website. Go ahead and put that in the comments so they can click on that as well.
Okay.
For on your phone, so that the comment, you can put it on there. So they can go ahead and click on that link and get their 10% off. I'm telling you, clothes are beautiful. They're affordable. They got some pieces that's is a little higher, but it is beautiful. It's worth every penny. I'm telling you. But
and for look, Kima,
good prices though.
All right, and the code actually we're gonna put it up is Sperry 101.
Sperry 101.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry, Sperry 2021, 2021. Sperry.
Sperry 2021.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I'm gonna put up the code right now so you can see it. All right, so it's www.iconic7.com. The code, that's a discount code, is Sperry 2021. Isn't that so sweet? She put in my name.
And I know you mentioned, Shakima, that some of our stuff, every icon, sometimes we find ourselves in different seasons, right? A season where we like, okay, this, I want this, but my budget is not this. Well, we offer Afterpay. Afterpay breaks up your payment up into 4 equal payments, no interest, no credit check. You just go right on to Afterpay. Go on to iconic7.com, choose Afterpay at checkout, pay one quarter or 1/4 of your total, and we ship it out to you the same day. So
yes, Afterpay. Yes, I'm glad you shared that, because Afterpay, like if you save as $100 item, you pay $25 for the next 4 weeks, right? Every week, right?
No, it almost takes you 2 months, so you can pay it off early. It's every 2 weeks, so it's bi-weekly.
Oh, bi-weekly. So that's definitely something y'all guys can do. Get on the website. I ain't got time for y'all. I'm gonna check out her website, www.iconic7.com. Discount code is Sperry2021. So you can get your 10% off. It's definitely worth it. Get the 10% off, and then you can do your Afterpay too. Go get it. Stop playing. Get it. Go get your beautiful pieces, ladies. I know a lot of ladies watch the show. You watch the replay. Jump on this website and go ahead and get your discount code. Your discount, which is Sperry2021. How long this is going to last for? So I know.
Well, this code will last until Wednesday.
Okay, so this code will last until Wednesday. So she gave you more time. Stop playing. I'm messing with y'all. You know I love y'all, right? But she's going to give y'all guys till Wednesday. So Sperry2021 code will be till Wednesday, okay? So check out that website. She did put it in the comments. It's right here. Visit 10% off store-wide, www.iconic7.com. So check her out, okay?
And if they're local, Shakima, and they want to just come in, all they have to do is mention that they saw us on Let's Face It, and we'll apply the discount right at the register.
All right. So if you live in Virginia, go to the store. You want to go directly into the store? She's in Stony Point, Fashion Park Mall, and then also Chesterfield Mall, Town Center Mall.
Mm-hmm.
If you are local in Virginia, definitely go to the store. By Wednesday, you can get that 10% off, which is super cool. Thank you so much for that. Jessica, for that. And I want to show y'all something else, okay? Did y'all see that kind of fly commercial I just saw in a minute? I created that commercial. You can get a super low price for only $37. I will show you how I did that. How to create captivating commercials that sells. Go to go to bit.ly/create commercials. It's only $37. The price will go up. It's a real cool class. You're going to learn how to create commercials on 2 different platforms. So the one you saw is from one platform, but I can show you how to do it on 2 platforms. If you see the intro to the show, I can show you how to do the intros, the countdowns. Pretty much, you'll learn everything that you have seen on Let's Face It. All the production and things like that. I'm going to show you how to do that. Also, the voiceovers, you see someone talking, how people make commercials and then you don't hear anybody, but I can show you how to do the voiceover technique. And also, I have some tips on strategies on how to sell even better when it comes to the commercial. So check out this class. I'll put it in the comments at the end of this video. It's for a super low price, only $37. I got people already buying it already. They're like, that's a steal, because it is a steal based on what I'm about to teach you. So how to create captivating commercials that sell, go to bit.ly/create commercials. So check that out. All right. And I'm gonna put Jessica's link back up. And matter of fact, before I do that, if y'all guys have any questions for Jessica too, if you have any questions, put it in the comments for her. Put that in the comments. If you have any questions about retail or anything that you might have thought of. And even if you do have questions after this broadcast, put it in the comments. She'll be happy to answer it for
Absolutely.
you. So, because, some of you guys may watch the replay. So definitely do that. Let me just put this up real quick. If you are interested in joining this show, you want to be a guest like Jessica, go ahead and go to purposetopromise@gmail.com. Email me and let me know what you want to talk about. If it fits this show, you will be on this season, because I do have a lot of slots pretty much open this season in order to to bring light to people, bring resolutions. You may have a story that can help others. I'm open to that. I'm not someone that be like, it's a Shakima show, because it's really not. It's about all of us and really being a blessing to everybody that joins the show and watch the show. So go to purposetopromise@gmail.com. And also, if you have anything you want to talk about, if you're struggling in the area that you want to talk about and you like, hey, Shakim, I want you to talk about this particular thing, go ahead and email me topics, because I would like to have you guys to give me topics for shows, because that can help me to know what y'all looking for. So email me topics, email me what you're struggling with. I'm not saying you're going to be specific, but just give me some information so I can, create something for you guys. So email me that as well. And I'm going to put Jessica's link back up. So go to www.iconic7.com. Discount code is Sperry2021. So get your discount 10% off. 10% off. I forgot to put that. 10% off discount. Get that.
Yeah, come on over.
Come on over to Iconic. 10% off. Okay. So check her out. And do you have any last words before we close out?
I just want to say to anybody who is thinking about opening a brick and mortar, and it doesn't have to be limited to brick and mortar. It could just be a business, whether it be physical or online. Make sure you stay true to you, stay true to your passions and your dreams. And those are the things that really will catapult you into the future and the destiny that you really desire.
Okay. Thank you so much. And we got some comments here. All right. So Sherilyn said, this was great. Great job, CEO Jessica.
Sherilyn's such a sweetheart.
Code Sperry2021. So put that code in. All right. So if y'all guys don't have any questions, if you do have questions, like I mentioned, go ahead and put in the comments and we'll definitely make sure we get to them. Thank you so much for tuning into Let's Face It. I appreciate you guys so much. It looks like somebody else have a comment. Let's see. Okay, so Aaron said, great job, Jess. I got to make sure. So y'all guys have a great night. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope that you was inspired. I hope that you have a little bit more insight on where to start when it comes to your store and what you want to do. Because I know some of us are a little afraid, like, how can I do it? You can do it because Jessica did it. So, God doesn't have a respect of person. He's
Sure
going
does
to do
not.
the same thing for you, but you got to have your faith currency. I just love that word. When you said it, and then when El Javonna said it, faith currency. You have to have that faith to know that you can do this. Okay. You have it in you to do it. Okay. You were born to do it. So you guys have a great night. Thank you so much for tuning in to Let's what we gonna do? Let's what? Face it. Have a
Face it.
Bye bye.